finally dead. Chris, please don't say things like that. Thankfully, it's not that serious. Oh, is that so? Shame. The doctor said it was just due to stress. I'll be back home soon. Oh, that's disappointing. I thought it was something more serious. As heartless as always, I see. You shouldn't be wishing people's illnesses were worse than they are. You should when they bring it upon themselves as you have. All you do is sit and play on that computer of yours all day. It was only a matter of time until your body suffered the consequences of your slovenly lifestyle. I've told you before, I'm not playing on my computer. I'm working. You can see money coming in, so it shouldn't be that hard to comprehend. Can you really call something a job when it brings in as much as a kid gets for pocket money? You don't even know how much I'm making, so how can you say that so confidently? I'd still bet anything on that being the case. A real job requires going out into the real world. Staying cooped up at home all day in sweatpants can hardly be called work. It's an insult to people with actual jobs. What century did you get that pearl of wisdom from? Because it can't be this one. People working remotely isn't particularly unusual or rare these days. Shut up! Whatever you're doing isn't real work. Say what you want, but I know that much. I'm not an idiot. It's pointless trying to reason with you. In any case, I'll be out of the hospital and back home soon. When I get home, I'll try and explain my work to you if you're interested. That won't be necessary. Whether you're out of the hospital or not, you're not getting back into this house. Excuse me? While you were over there, I had the locks changed. So you can go ahead and live in that hospital for good. Maybe they can rent you that room. You can't be serious. You must be out of your mind. Why would you do something like that? Isn't that much obvious? Because I don't want you here. That's why. You brought this on yourself. You should have never stolen my son from me. What are you talking about? Shane was the one who proposed to me, remember? Because you went out of your way to seduce that poor boy. That's why. I can't believe he got trapped in a marriage with such a tacky woman. Just because she showed him some attention. I really feel sorry for him. I don't know what made you suddenly turn on me like this. You and the rest of your family had no problems with us being together at first. That was only because Shane's father, may he rest in peace, somehow convinced everyone to. As his wife, it's not my place to go against my husband. So I just bit my tongue and put up with you. So when he passed away, and Shane had to work abroad for a while, you showed your true colors, huh? Is that how it is? And here I thought we were getting along so well when I first moved in. I had no choice. Shane is too nice for his own good. If I told you what you actually needed to hear, he'd just stick up for you blindly. Even if I was obviously in the right. He'll thank me for this one day. Since he's not living here right now, I can give you what you deserve. This is my house. What do you expect to come of this exactly? Do you think I'll just leave Shane now? When I tell him how you've been picking on me since he left and how you've even changed the locks now, you know he's not going to be happy, right? It's just my word against yours, right? You're the only one who thinks I've been picking on you. It's the truth, though, right? I'll tell him his wife is the one who's been picking on me. He'll definitely believe me over you. I've known him far longer, after all. You'd really lie to your son pretty easily, I see. Like I said, it's for his own good. You can just go ahead and stay in that hospital bed forever. Don't you dare step foot in my house again. My name is Ingrid. I'm 32 years old, and I work remotely. My husband is a researcher and is currently living at the North Pole for an expedition. which could last a while. So right now, it's just me and his mother living together. When her husband passed away, she asked if she could live with us since she was lonely. She was perfectly fine when my husband and her son, Shane, was still living with us. But as soon as he left for the North Pole, she suddenly changed. She's been really judgmental and horrible to me ever since. I'll cook for her as well as myself every day, but she often tells me my cooking is terrible and to make her something else. Or she'll demand I clean the house more thoroughly, even though I'm the only one doing any housekeeping at all. Rather than trying to argue with her, it's much easier to just give her what she wants, which in turn makes her all the more confident to make more demands. Eventually, I reached my limit. I was completely exhausted, both physically and mentally. So one day, I suddenly collapsed with really bad stomach pain. When I went to the hospital, I was told I had a stress-induced stomach ulcer. I was quite worried about leaving my things in the house with Chris while I was in the hospital. So before I left for the hospital, I gathered all my most important things and locked them in a box at the back of my closet. But I never would have imagined she would have the locks changed and try to kick me out altogether. And little did I know, the worst was yet to come. Where are you? How about you stop with the childish games and respond already? You've caused a lot of people trouble, you know. Oh? And what exactly is this about? Don't play dumb. You just poured beer on my head, didn't you? Oh, don't exaggerate. I just slipped and spilled a little, that's all. I've really been turning into quite the klutz as I've gotten older. Please don't lie. If you slipped, it wouldn't have landed right on my head now, would it? It's completely ruined my hair. Do you have any idea how long it's gonna take me to wash out? That's really too bad. Make sure you wash it thoroughly. Why are you acting as if it has nothing to do with you? Are you not even gonna apologize? Also, what was with that box you left in my hospital room this morning? And what exactly is your problem with that? It's a hospital gift. In what world can you call that a gift? It was a tank of insects? Don't you think they're cute? They reminded me of you, and I thought you might like the company. Why not try keeping them as pets? It's not funny. I was obviously startled when I realized what it was and I dropped the box. There were sick kids nearby too, and it really scared a lot of them. There was a lot of screaming and crying. With the help of the hospital staff, we managed to collect them all and clean everything up. But it was a real nightmare. I was humiliated. All I could do was apologize over and over again. Why would you do such a thing? Hey, how was I supposed to know my thoughtful present would be so badly received? Don't throw my goodwill back in my face like this. You can't call something like that a present, and you know it. So stop acting innocent. I don't know what's gotten into you. What kind of drugs are they giving you to make you so aggressive and paranoid? Speaking of drugs, don't you think you went a little too far messing with my medicine like that? The box of insects was bad enough, but going so far as to mess with my medication? I don't know what you're talking about. These accusations of yours just keep getting wilder and wilder, don't they? You really do have some imagination. When I went to take my medicine, I noticed they'd been replaced with something else. You're the only one I can think of who had access to them and would do something like that. You replaced them, didn't you? Oh, right! I almost forgot. So I'm guessing that means you never took them? That's disappointing. I thought maybe you'd pass away a little earlier if you took the wrong medicine. Go figure. That was why you were snooping around looking for my medicine. So, where did you get that medicine from? I stole it from another room. You what? Some guy in another room was asleep, so it was pretty easy to steal his medicine. It's kind of anticlimactic to be found out so easily, though. What a letdown. I was looking forward to seeing what this random medicine would do to you. Anticlimactic? You know what you did is just a blatant crime, right? What room did you steal that medicine from? Who cares? Why would I remember something like that? I just popped into a random room. How can you act so flippant? Forget about me. That poor person could have really needed this medicine, you know? You don't know how serious their illness is, or how readily available this medicine is, do you? You really do like to make mountains out of molehills, don't you? He seemed fine. He was sleeping peacefully, and he was pretty young anyway. He'll live. He probably didn't have cancer or anything. You're not a doctor. Your assumption is irrelevant. Whatever way you look at it, you've really gone too far this time. Oh, shut up, will you? If something did happen to him, it would be your fault anyway. For having such a lame illness yourself. What does my illness have to do with it? I wouldn't have had to swap your medicine out if you had just gotten a life-threatening illness yourself. I thought I could finally be rid of you when you were sent to the hospital. How can you keep saying things like that to me? What have I ever done to you? You've done more than enough to deserve what I said. By stealing my son. After my husband died, I wanted to live with my son, not some random woman. Me and Shane would be perfectly happy living together. So you should go ahead and disappear already. We don't need you. So cruel. Good luck finding somewhere to stay when you get out. But don't stress too much. You'll probably be back in the hospital soon enough anyway. Ingrid! Answer me at once! What is it, Chris? What are you getting so worked up about this time? I just got off the phone with Shane. What is all of this about selling the house? All of his bags are packed, too. He hung up without explaining a thing to me. Oh, is that so? None of my calls are getting through either. And all of my messages aren't even being marked as read. It looks like he blocked me. Do you have any idea what's going on? What more do you want to know? That's basically all there is to it. Excuse me! You can't live there anymore. So pack your bags and get out. What is the meaning of this? This is Shane's house, isn't it? Why would he be making his own mother leave? It isn't Shane's house. That house belongs to me. And I've decided to sell it. Huh! As if I'd believe something like that. Enough with your childish jokes already. You really aren't funny. I'm not joking. It's my house and I can do what I want with it. Don't be ridiculous. As if someone who wastes their days away stuck in their room would be able to afford a house. I'm a pretty successful web designer, so I make a decent salary, actually. Not that I really care if you understand anymore. Web designer? This is the first I've heard of anything like that. You're just making things up now. No, I'm not. You never even asked what my job was. I offered to explain it to you countless times, but you always brushed me off. This can't be real. Well, it is. I bought the house without any loans either, by the way. And now I'm selling it. You always just assumed it was Shane, so I didn't bother correcting you. So the two of you are making a fool of me all this time! Were you laughing at me behind my back? Don't feel sorry for yourself. You're the one who just made assumptions based on nothing. And by the way, Shane knows all about how you've been treating me all this time. Huh? What have you told him? And since when? I only told him about 5 days ago. I never wanted to worry him with this petty nonsense while he was working so hard. But now that I've given up trying to get along with you, I thought I may as well tell him. Since it isn't really a problem anymore. You know? Since we won't need to see each other anymore once you leave my house. If you didn't want to trouble him, then you should have kept your mouth shut! I reached my limit. My patience only goes so far. Getting other people involved was the last straw. So I sent him screenshots of what you've been saying to me, and pictures of the stolen medicine, too. Oh, and I recorded video, too, of you being horrible in real life. So you can't try and lie about fake screenshots. He can understand why you've left me no choice but to sell the house and move me and him to a new place. When did you record me? How could I not have noticed? Shane was really surprised at first, since you never show your true colors when he's around. But with all the evidence, it was clear as day what was going on. I can't believe this. He also told me about how when we were still just engaged, you kept telling him it was way too soon for him to get married. Can you blame me? He was gonna get married and abandon his poor old mother. You really are an overbearing mother. Anyway, in the end, he left it to me to choose a new place for us to live in. So I'll be moving all of our stuff over there. I can work from anywhere, so I'll be moving us closer to Shane's U.S. laboratory. What am I supposed to do? I've already sold our old house. I don't have anywhere to go back to. Even after everything you did, I was willing to just rent the house to you. But Shane told me we'd be better off cutting you off entirely. He was even angrier than me about how you've treated me. And he didn't trust you to take care of the house or pay rent on time if you knew I was the owner. So he said it would be better to just sell the house and leave you to figure things out on your own. Shane said that? I can't believe it. He's really abandoning his own mother. Are you really surprised? I've given you so many chances, but you've always taken every opportunity to make my life miserable. No self-respecting man would just let his mother get away with treating his wife like that. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention. Do you remember how you stole medicine from a stranger? So you could swap it with my medicine? I managed to track him down from the information on the container's label. I told him about how you stole his medicine, and he's actually suing you. He's what? Can you blame him? What you did was a really serious offense. He was actually quite seriously ill. I don't think you realize the gravity of what you did to him. Stealing something as valuable as medication is obviously a big deal. That should be common sense. Don't lie to me! He looked fine to me! And he was sleeping like a baby. There's no way that man was seriously ill. This time you're definitely lying. You're just trying to scare me, aren't you? I'm not like you. I wouldn't lie about something so serious. He has a really serious illness, and that medication isn't exactly common enough for the hospital to just have it lying around. He had to go to the ICU after he wasn't able to take his medication on time. Do you understand how serious this is yet? You'll be lucky if you don't serve jail time for this. But he survived, right? If he was okay after leaving the ICU, it's all fine, isn't it? What's the point in suing me? No thanks to you. He could have actually died. Of course he's gonna sue you. But how was I supposed to know the medicine was so important? After I reported what you did, the hospital checked their CCTV footage. There's more than enough evidence to prove you're guilty. I can't believe I'm being sued over something like this. You better start believing it. And you better start gathering your savings, since you're gonna be paying quite a lot. Ingrid, I'm sorry, okay? I realize now that I should have never treated you the way I did. I'm really so sorry for everything up until now. I regret it from the bottom of my heart. And why are you saying this all of a sudden? I'm begging you! Help me! I don't have any savings. I spent all of the inheritance my husband left me on clothes and traveling. I can't pay that guy's medical bills. Please help me. No can do. Why not? Please don't be like that. I'll do whatever you want. Of course you're sorry now. Now that you're finally facing the consequences of your own actions. You really have some nerve. Asking me to help you when the reason you stole that medicine in the first place was to try and poison me. That's why I'm apologizing. I'll really do whatever you want. I'll get on my knees and beg if that's what it takes. So please, don't abandon me. Help me. There's really no need for that. You brought all of this on yourself. So you can find a way to deal with it yourself too. You made your bed. Now lie in it. Please, don't be like that. I had no idea things would get like this. What am I supposed to do? After that, Chris was sued by that patient and ended up having to pay a huge settlement, which shouldn't really come as a surprise to anyone. After I sold the house we were living in, she begged a lot of other family members to let her stay with them. But it turns out I wasn't the only one she behaved like that with. She had burned a lot of other bridges already. So in the end, she ended up renting a really cheap old apartment by herself. The last I heard, she was working a few part-time jobs trying to make ends meet, while a significant chunk of her earnings was going towards paying off the lawsuit. So she's basically been living in poverty. Meanwhile, Shane and I have bought a nice new apartment near his US laboratory, and we've been living in bliss ever since he got back from the North Pole. And on top of that, I have successfully gotten pregnant. We're both really excited to welcome the newest member of our little family. Thanks for watching! If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And subscribe for more videos! See you next time.